Operating rooms sit empty between surgeries while staff manually clean and track paperwork. Akara's AI platform gives hospitals real-time visibility into what's happening, while Violet, their autonomous robot, navigates and disinfects rooms without staff needing to move equipment. Niamh, hospitals can be slow to adopt new technology. How are you approaching that procurement process, and where are you starting to see the most traction?
Michael, they are very slow to adopt new technologies. That's true. There's three things that we do differently. So first, through our go-to-market, we are focusing on the big hospitals groups, but as well, we're also focusing on the kind of smaller surgery centers. So they tend to have a smaller leadership team, maybe one CEO and an administrator that can make fast decisions, and they really care about efficiency. So our products are really appealing to them. So by focusing on them, we can cut the procurement time from maybe a year down to 4 to 6 months. Then secondly, we're also working with other partners in operating room technology. So devices like scribes, like scheduling systems, we fit really nicely in with them. And sometimes if they're an older company, they already have connections in the hospital. So it's kind of piggybacking on them and skipping the queue essentially. Lastly, we're really low friction, so it's really easy to work with us. Our devices are easy to install, and they also don't collect patient information, which is a big hurdle that other companies have. But because we use thermal imagery, it's non-identifiable data, and so we can avoid those concerns.
When you first started spending time inside operating rooms, what surprised you most about how they actually run day to day?
There were two big things. So firstly, a lot of what they do is manual. So a nurse will spend about 40% of their time actually manually writing things down and then going and transferring that into the digital system. And that results in a lot of errors. So it's a big problem for the hospital. Then also manual tasks like cleaning, it can take up to 45 minutes to turn over a hospital room. That's a big issue. And then secondly, with all the data they're collecting, they're not actually really using it in a good way to be able to predict how long surgeries are taking or really using advanced machine learning algorithms to really get actionable insights from that data.
Let's talk about Violet, your autonomous disinfection robot. How does it actually navigate a complex hospital room on its own?
Yeah, so it has a complex set of computer vision systems and navigation systems. So it uses 360-degree view of the room to be able to understand using AI what's happening in that room. And then it creates a path around that room that's most optimal for cleaning. And our patent protects us to be allowed to work alongside people. So the AI is able to predict where the person is in the room and make sure that they avoid moving around the person. And also they're able to interact with our sensors. So when our sensor detects, hey, the room's ready to be cleaned now, it automatically calls Violet, and Violet will come to the room and clean, because right now it's a big problem. It can take 20 minutes for a cleaning team to arrive at the room, a further 40 minutes to actually clean the room. So we're cutting that down by 4.
There are other UV cleaning robots and tracking tools out there. What's different about Akara's approach that's connecting with hospitals?
A big thing is a lot of them are just point solutions. But when we looked at tackling the problem of inefficiencies in operating rooms, we kind of took a top-down approach. So we're a platform technology. We see the hospital of the future being ambient sensing, collecting data about what's happening, feeding that data to AI agents that can schedule better and faster, and then to robots that can clean and do other service tasks. So we're also partnering with other robotics companies that can actually use our system to coordinate their own robots for different tasks. And so we looked at it as a kind of platform approach rather than a point solution like a lot of the other companies do.
You've made a point of avoiding the usual IT complexity that slows hospital tech down. What does a hospital actually need to get your system up and running?
It's super simple. A lot of our competitors, you need to actually kind of add the device into the infrastructure of the hospital, and it needs a high bandwidth to be able to upload these heavy videos. With us, you just plug it into the socket, stick it on the wall, get it on Wi-Fi, and it's able to start working automatically.
You're building both hardware and software and operating across Europe and the US. How do you decide where to focus your resources?
It can be difficult, but I think because we're operating region-based, so we're starting out with California in the US, Southern California starting out, there's a lot of surgery centers there. And then we keep hardware and production in Dublin. So it works well with operations, sales, software development in the US, and then hardware in Dublin.
What's harder to scale, the technology itself or the hospital relationships that make adoption possible?
It depends on the company. For us, we've built our technology that it's easier to scale. So for us, it would be the harder part would be scaling within the hospital systems. And that's why we've selected a bunch of hospital groups that have a number of surgery centers associated and a large number of hospital groups within the one conglomerate.
When Akara succeeds, what does the operating room of 2030 look like? What changes beyond just cleaning and tracking?
We're starting out in operating rooms, but at Akara, we think big. So I envision seeing our technology in every room in the hospital by 2030 so that healthcare workers have the tools they need to be able to perform more procedures, treat more patients, and really impact more lives. And so I see us building the smart hospitals of the future.